How to do a proper butterfly. The key to making a save on your knees. Now I say on your knees because that's what the butterfly is. The misconception is that when you go into a butterfly, you need to be super wide and have to be super open. That's not true. If you have the flexibility, good for you. However, it's not necessary. I have terrible hips. I don't have to play wide. I know how to use it properly, and I haven't had an issue. So the keys to being in a butterfly. First, again, is going to good stance. It always comes back to stance. It's always the number one. When you're in your position, you're leaning forward, your knees are over your toes, you're gonna drop on your knees. When you say drop on your knees, I mean all your weight is gonna be on your knees when you drop so that you're leaning forward, you're on top of the puck. If I fall with my weight on my ankles or leaning back a little bit, I will have less control when I'm making a save. I will have less momentum, less movement, less everything, right? If I stay on top of that puck, I'll make a much more controlled save with a better rebound or no rebound at all. So to do so, you're in your stance, you're gonna fall forward onto your knees and sort of kick your legs back. This way, your knees are dropping, all your weight is on your knees, and you're not opening up. A lot of goalies, what they do is when they go down, they try to spread their knees and get a little wider. That's where it caused the problem of leaning backwards and making an uncontrolled save or even giving a bad rebound. So, dropping on your knees, the next important thing is when you drop, you wanna make sure your knee blocks are touching. Not the end of your pads, the knee blocks, where your knee is falling. If those are touching, your 5-hole is fully closed. You're able to shift side to side to make a good save with your gloves because you're not trying to reach for a save, you're trying to lean into your shots, which we'll cover in a later video. And you're now able to push for a rebound. If you need to make a quick adjustment, push for a rebound, a diving save, all your weight is in the right spot, so that makes it much easier for you. And the last part of the butterfly is making sure that when you drop, your hands aren't behind you. You want to make sure they're in front of you. Again, they need to stay visible. If you're going to stay active and have active hands, as they call it, you need to keep them in front of you in a good stance so that you can move them around and make any save you need to make up high. So, to go into a good butterfly, you start with a good stance. A lot of goalies, the mistake they do is they fall like this, which means that my legs are wide open, my weight is backwards, and to be honest with you, this just hurts my hips. This is a terrible butterfly. I cannot move into a shot. If there's a rebound, by the time I bring my leg up to push, it's already in the net. So what we're gonna do, you're gonna be in a good stance. You're gonna drop all your weight onto your knees and kick your legs back. You're gonna hear the sound of my pads. I'm not dropping down like pillows. You're gonna hear it. This way, I dropped on my knees. I'm still on top of that puck. I'm ready for a shot. I'm leaning forward. Notice how with my weight on my knees, my ankles can move no matter what. If I had my weight backwards, my ankles are stuck. On my knees, I can move, I can push. So that's how you know you're on your knees, your weight is forward. So again, boom. You heard my knee pads, you heard my knees. My feet are able to move. My hands are in an athletic stance that I can go make a save as I want. The last thing is notice, my pads aren't closed here. And everybody says they need to be closed. But if you come look at my knees, my knee blocks are touching. So that means that there's no puck that's going through my knees. Forget the fact that I had a stick. If I had no stick, the puck could still not go through my 5-hole. And I could lean into a shot. I can push. Everything is super simple. I didn't flare out. I didn't open my legs. I didn't sit back. I'm leaning forward, knees together, and we're good to go.